runway now, on the roll, 5,000, no, almost 6,000 pounds of airplane. Look for the smoke. This guy is in his 37th year performing at air shows. He is from the city that taught the world to fly. Smoke on, ladies and gentlemen, here he comes, Mr. Bill Leff. I guess he's going to hold the smoke for, there it is, hold it. This is the North American Texan trainer. Watch Bill Leff as he rolls the airplane upside down. And it's one noisy airplane as well. Good morning, Bill Leff. How are you, my friend? I guess he'll come over to discreet just a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit more. We should hear him pop up here in just a second. He'll say hi to us. We'll talk to him live inside the airplane as he brings this World War II trainer. Hello, Bill Leff. Hey, buddy. This is a great place to have a World War II trainer for the North American Texans.
Absolutely. The airplane feels like it's home.
Indeed. All right. I know you got some maneuvers to do, and I know you want to talk us through. Just let us know what the next maneuver is going to be, Bill.
Okay, next maneuver we're going to do, we just did a barrel roll. Next maneuver is going to be a full roll.
All right, very good. We'll be looking for it. Bill Leff is flying an airplane that was known as the Pilot Maker. It was flown by the United States Navy and Marine Corps, as well as the United States Army Air Force, and nearly 30 allied nations during the course of World War II. Watch the slow roll. Some of the best aerobatic instructors say if you can do a slow roll well, you can do any aerobatic maneuver. Oh, so very, very slow. This is a 6,000-pound airplane. It has a 600 horsepower Pratt & Whitney radial engine on the front. And
okay, Rob, next up we're going to do a Cuban 8. You might tell the folks what a Cuban 8's all about. I'm going to throw a little extra twist into it for you.
Okay, Bill, will do. The Cuban 8 was invented quite by accident in the 1936 Miami Air Races. A guy named Leff was doing an aerobatic demonstration. He was too low at the top of the loop. So rather than making a smoking hole in the ground, he's going to do what Bill Leff did. He'll roll out after 5/8 of his loop, get the airplane upright, repeat the thing in the opposite direction. When Leff did it, it looked training the Cuban Air Force pilots to fly aerobatics, and no one had seen the maneuver before. At the end of the show, they asked him, what the heck was that maneuver? And he replied 2 words in Spanish, Ocho Cubano, and the name has stuck for over 70 years. Coming down. Now, Bill would normally just roll the airplane upright and continue on, but Bill's going to put an extra roll in it on the way down. So this is a Cuban 8 with a dimple. Now coming up over the top. Now watch Bill. He'll come down this time. Rather than doing a full roll, he'll stop it at the knife edge for a moment. No, he'll just continue all the way down. And he will do the full roll all the way down. The extra roll. That's the Cuban 8 double dimple. And Bill Leff. Well, Bill, I think we've got a new name for that maneuver.
What are we going to call it?
The Bill Leff Cuban 8 double dimple.
There you go.
Honest to goodness, it's the first time we've ever done it.
Okay, next we're going to do a good old-fashioned barnstormer loop followed by a horizontal 8.
Got it. The barnstormer's loop. Now, you've seen rolls where the airplane just kind of spins around on it as it's going forward, kind of just rolls around.
On this one, we'll be getting going about 200 miles an hour, about 4.5 Gs.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, we'll be, oh, you're going, it looks fast this morning, Bill. There's 200 miles an hour. He'll pull back, and now, right about now, he weighs 4.5 pounds, which means he squeezes all the muscles in the lower part of his body to keep the blood in his head so he remains conscious. Coming down the backside of the loop, there's 4.5 Gs right there as well. We'll tell you more about barnstorming a little bit later on in our show as we meet a guy who is probably the best barnstormer in the country right now. His name is John Moore, but he'll be on very, very late in the show as we get ready for the blues. You will see nothing else like it in the world today. Now, Bill is taking that same figurine arm lying on its side but vertically, and he's doing it horizontally. This is the flat 8, and throughout this maneuver, he is experiencing upwards to 4.5 times the pull of gravity. It eases up right about now, but then he gets the wings banked to the left, and he pulls that stick back, and he's into G's all the way around. There were 3 kinds of trainers in World War II. There were primary, basic, and advanced trainers, and this is the advanced trainer. The AT-6 is what the Army Air Force called it. The Navy called it the SNJ. The Royal Air Force.
Rob, we're going to come by and do a little landing gear exercise for you.
Well, we know it's working, Bill. We saw you bring it up, put the wheels up when you took off.
Oh, we're going to do something a little different this time.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll look for them. Keep your eyes on the bottom of the airplane. We're looking for wheels. We don't see them now. Stick goes over to the left. That shiny airplane rolls on its back. Hey, look at that! The wheels went down. The wheels went. They went up or down. Usually you put them down, but the wheels were up. What did you do to the gear?
I extended it.
I'll buy that. Extending the landing gear. All right, what's next, Bill?
Okay, here comes a dirty roll.
All right, dirty means aerodynamically dirty with a landing gear sticking out. That creates a lot of drag on the airplane. Also, the wheel wells, with the air scooping around in there and getting all messy, that creates additional drag. He's got to be real careful of his airspeed all the way through this maneuver. This is the dirty roll. Okay, sounds good to me. Now, Bill, I think, let's see, this airplane, most of them weigh about 5,500 pounds. Yours is a little, your airplane's a little bit heavier, right?
Yeah, it's about 5,500 pounds, close to 6,000, and the military move is heavy as 8,000 pounds. So we're really about 5,500, 5,300 pounds at air show weight.
Gotcha. All right, hold that nose up. Angle of attack.
There's
80 miles an hour.
70.
70.
65.
65 miles an hour. Look at that, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
minimum controllable airspeed, basically.
Gotcha. Minimum controllable airspeed. He gets any slower than that, the airplane will stall. Say that again, Bill?
Almost as slow as the F-18 Hornet can fly.
Well, yeah, but he's got a wider speed range than you do.
He's got more thrust than I got brains.
Well, I'm not going to go there, Bill. More thrust than he's got brains. Did you say more thrust than brains or more thrust than money?
I said he has more thrust than I have brains.
That's what I thought you said.
I wasn't going to do it the other way.
Copy that.
Okay, next we're going to do a 4-point roll, make a photo pad, and then our salute to the armed services.
Copy that, Bill. Let's watch Bill Leff as he performs a maneuver that was practiced and learned in this aircraft by the cadets in World War II, just to handle rudder and aileron control. 4-point roll, stops at every knife edge, inverted knife edge, and upright. Hey, that looked really good. You got good air up there this morning, Bill.
It's a beautiful day today.
Yeah, I've got just a little bit of cool air up here. It's really nice.
You couldn't have a better day here at NAS Oceana, let me tell you.
Indeed. All right. you got a dedication on this one, haven't you?
I'm going to do a photo pass and we'll do the dedication.
Copy that. Get your cameras on this one. He's going to bank.
Get your cameras off.
He's going to bank sharp to the left. You get a bit of the look inside the workspace. The office of the T6 Texan pilot. This man started flying gliders when he was 14. Since then, he's actually flown over 200 types of aircraft. He completely restored this airplane himself.
Okay, Rob, on my next pass, we're going to do a traditional fighter pilot victory roll. We want to dedicate this to all our members of the armed services, the Navy, Air Force, Army, Marine, Coast Guard, Reserves, and my favorite, the National Guard, which I proudly served, and also a special dedication to Neil Armstrong, who just recently passed, one of the great aviators of all time.
Yes, indeed, and we feel a little bit close to him. With me living in Cincinnati, you living in Dayton, and him living in Lebanon, we had him surrounded.
That's right, he was our neighbor.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Bill Leff. And
Okay, Rob, see you this afternoon.
very good, sir. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I got my microphone onto the cockpit. Give him a round of applause so you can hear you. Hear that, buddy?
Thank you much, folks. See you this afternoon.
That's excellent. All right, Bill Leff will come into land. That's the North American Texan. They built about 15,000 of those airplanes throughout the course of its production run from 1938 to 1944. All right, Bill will land as we continue to thank great sponsors on our show this year. We got a whole list of them, and let me just read a few of those names as you look to the left and we see the Carrier Onboard Delivery, or COD aircraft. That's Grumman, Greyhound, C2 Greyhound. I just blanked on it. I wanted to say trader and go back in time to the era of reciprocating of piston engines, but that's the COD. It'll be it's the jump platform for the British Army parachute team, the Red Devils. Thanks to United Rentals, and of course our presenting sponsors, Home Depot and Hall Automotive, Southern New Hampshire University, Freedom Furniture, General Dynamics, First Command, Navy Mutual, VSA Resources, Filio and Holiday, Hampton Roads Magazine, and Federal Express, and lots more. We'll tell you more about them as we go. The COD will come into land. Bill Leff is on the ground in the pilot maker, and in a moment we're going to launch Mark Allen in a one-of-a-kind airplane that is known as the SB-2C Helldiver. And there were about 7,000 of these airplanes that were built, and one remains flyable in the world today.